Yo, Wagwan people. Wagwan, we are live right now, live from the village right now. How is everybody doing right now? It is 1 minute to 10 p.m. Well, it's 10 p.m. right now on the 30th of June, 2020, London, England. How's everybody doing? Back to play some Halo. Halo 5 Guardians to be precise. I've not played Halo 5 Guardians before. This will be my first time playing it. Played for a few hours today. That's the plan. Indeed. Have you had any surprises in the game? Like anything that's happened that you thought like, wow, I didn't see that coming? I think if you're okay to say it now, because there's a few people in the chat, so maybe not too many spoilers. I don't know. There's a few people watching, so maybe not too many spoilers, just in case other people haven't played it and want to play it later. So, all right, cool. But you don't have to go into details, but I'm just curious as to if you've had any surprises whilst playing The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, that bit. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so this is Halo the 5th. Black Lives Matter. Alright, let's got a multiplayer. I want to do the multiplayer right now though. Forge, build, message of the day, yeah. I've got Xbox Live Gold already. I don't need a trial for that. So we just go to campaign. Solo campaign. Difficulty. Can I change difficulty? Yeah, I can. Okay, so legendary. I don't want to go right for the legendary. I feel like I've done all the others on heroic, so let me do heroic for now. Start campaign. Good thing about the story is that they are believable. That Anderson .Paak song I posted up is good. Oh yeah, I need to check that out. I did see the post, but I haven't actually listened to the song yet, so yeah, I need to check that out. Check that after the Strizim. I haven't listened to much Anderson .Paak actually. I've heard of the guy, but I've never really listened to any of his songs or music. So, I don't really know what type of music is. Is he I think he's a rapper, right? I really don't know. I really do not know. I really don't nizzo as we play Hizzo. By the way, so now there's a few more people in the chat right now. Wait, once it's over, maybe I'll say it. Okay. Cortana, she back? What? I think that's the person that might have created Cortana. They did always say Cortana had like human DNA in her. But at the end of Halo 4, it seemed like Cortana was going away, but I've heard a couple of his songs. He's got his own unique style of rap, but like Devin the Dude, if you ever heard of him before vocal-wise, I don't believe I've heard of him either actually. Guess I'm a little bit behind on the unique style of rap, guys. These character models look pretty cool actually. They look a bit too clean, but apart from that, they're kind of cool looking. Understood, Commander. He looks like the guy that plays, you know, in 24, the president's brother, like. And this guy kind of looks like Nathan Fillion. You ask, you buy. But yeah, I want to put this out into the world. So many moons ago, I used to do a podcast called WIN, and I ran that for I think about a year or two, or maybe a little less than 2 years actually. I think it was pretty sure it was over a year. But I did that for a while, and it went, you know, reasonably well, I'd say. But I ended up stopping it, and I don't remember the exact reason why I stopped it. But I think it was something to do with just not being overly happy with the format, and wanting to have more guests on it, and not just have me just talking for however long, you know. So it's always been on my mind to bring it back. And granted, there has been times where I've just kind of forgotten that I want to bring it back, and it's just haven't thought about it. But I have been thinking about it more and more in recent weeks and months, that I do want to bring back a podcast. Start doing a podcast. I don't know when. I don't want to give like concrete details just yet, but it is something that's been on my mind to do, hopefully relatively soon. And my thoughts of having guests is still pretty much the same. I would want to have guests on it on a regular basis, but I think one of the problems that I had the last time is that I probably didn't give too much thought into which guests I have, which meant that sometimes I had people who, you know, they're cool people or whatever, but I'm talking about certain things that they might not have a great interest in, and then as such a conversation, I'm feeling like it's probably not the great of a conversation right now, because we're talking about something that maybe they don't really care too much about, and they're just trying to like, and it gets a bit awkward. So I feel like if I'm going to do it and I'm going to have guests, I'm going to try and have people who have an interest in the types of things I want to be talking about on the show, which mostly is going to come down to, you know, the things in like the movie world, entertainment, comedy, video games, you know, maybe a little bit of wrestling from time to time, you know, a little bit of general stuff as well. It won't be all one thing or just a few things, but I think for the most part, yeah, it's going to revolve around video games, movies, in particular like sci-fi action type movies, sci-fi action fantasy type movies, you know, news maybe surrounding that sort of thing. And that's the kind of stuff that I'd want to revolve around with a podcast in that kind of basis. So hopefully it's something that I can bring back sooner rather than later. It's not going to be called WIN. I do have another name for it, which I won't divulge just yet. But I have been thinking of another name for it. And yeah, it's something that I think I'll probably do it live on YouTube and then leave the video up on YouTube. That's my current thoughts. But you know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, perhaps something to hopefully look out for in the coming.
She said there was something big happening and gave Captain Lasky coordinates to find it.
There must be something big.
One hell of a trap. Contact.
Oof. So we're not playing as Master Chief right now. I'm not sure what this guy's name is. I kind of missed it, but still got the grunts. Sounds good. I can't remember you doing it before though. This was it's quite some years ago now, actually. I can't remember exactly how many years. Probably at least. It's gonna be. That's at least 5 years ago. Maybe more. Maybe like 6. It might be pushing 6 or 7 years. It was a while ago. You know what? I think the buttons might be slightly different on this game, actually. Oh, that's really. No, I keep thinking. Yeah, it's not Gears. It's not Gears. what happens when you switch from game to game. You forget which buttons does what. Yo, sweet Monday, Wagwan. Just started Halo 5, yeah. Right in the beginning. Right in the very beginning. How you doing, sweets? Sweets for my sweets, sugar for my honey. Okay, who's shooting me? Somebody up there. Somebody in a, looks like a banshee. Which one do you think is better of the Last of Us games? You know what? I don't know which one I think is a better in terms. I mean, in terms of like gameplay, you know, there's a lot that's quite the same in my view. That said, I don't want to say much now because it could potentially be a spoiler. I'm not sure if you would have seen some of these bits that I'm about to mention, so that I was thinking of mentioning, so I won't say them. But there are parts of the game that are very reminiscent of another game for me, and that's not a bad thing, but it's quite noticeable. In terms of story, I don't know. If you could say one's better than the other, they both do different things, or well, similar things but different. I think they both take risks with the story, you know, and it's one of those things where it's either going to pay off or it's not. People are going to either love it or they're going to hate it. And I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. Sweet Bundy thought it was fantastic as well. Be careful what you say in the chat though, Sweets. Mac hasn't completed it yet. So, no spoilers, no spoilers. But yeah, no, I thought it was great. And I don't know if I say one's better than the other because I think they're about as different as they are the same. I mean, right now I think part 2 is on my mind a lot more, but then I have only just played it, and it is kind of the hot topic right now, so I don't know, man, I don't know. I think I like them both equally, just in different ways. Yeah, the Hitman experience indeed, yeah. See, I've been enjoying it so far. It's a good continuation from what I remember of the first game. I mean, the first game I played a lot. I probably played the first game from beginning to end at least 4 times, at least, maybe even more. But I played that game a lot. So, and I played it maybe not too long ago. Before, I think the last time I played it was a few months ago. So it's a game that's pretty. I feel like I'm pretty familiar with that game. The Last of Us 2 is new to me. Sprint, then RB to charge Spartan, okay. How do I sprint though? Oh, like that. Just burst through the wall. You brute strength. But I would say it's not really a question of which is better, because I think ultimately, like, yeah, they kind of do similar things, but also do very different things as well. You know, so yeah, long-winded answers. Okay, that was interesting. I don't actually get deaded in this. Alright. I played the first one twice. I liked it, but I had way more fun with 2. Very long though. Yeah, I think 2 is longer. I think they said it's about 10 hours longer. There was that whole thing they were talking about with the whole thing about AAA games becoming unsustainable. Well, we will give it a few months there and can review both games when some time has passed. Yeah, indeed, you know. Especially once you had time to kind of take them both in and let the hype die down a little bit. Because sometimes hype can get you and it's like... Well, I'm in the process of going through Last of Us 2 again, but on a different difficulty setting. So I'm playing right now on Survivor Plus difficulty. Which, I'll be honest, it doesn't seem that much different from the... What did I play it on? I can't remember. But I played it on the second to highest difficulty setting the first time round. Now I'm playing Survivor Plus. And yeah, it doesn't seem a whole lot of different, to be honest. But you know, early days. I'm still fairly near the beginning. Yeah, there's some stuff that I want to say, but they are massive spoilers, so I won't say it just yet. But I'll leave that for another time. I did put out a video, so yeah, check that out when you do complete the game. What's the difference between survival and hard? You know what, right now, I don't really know, to be honest. It doesn't seem a whole lot of difference to me. Like, I know it's like if you play on easy, I think you take more shots before you die. Like, you will take more physical shots before you die. And I guess the enemies are maybe a little bit more alert, or maybe they take a little bit longer to defeat. But at the moment, I'm in the beginning of the game, and it doesn't seem that much noticeable as to what the actual difference is. Maybe later on, it becomes a bit more apparent as enemies get harder. Just anyway, but right now, to be honest, it doesn't feel like there's a massive difference between hard and survival. Yeah, we just run through these things. I'm going to try finishing it as soon as possible to discuss it. Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's definitely a game I think people are going to be talking about for a minute, you know. I feel like people are going to be talking about this game for a while. Like, people talking about the first Last of Us game till now, you know, it still gets brought up in discussion. So I feel like this could be like that. It could be a good while. Like certain movies where people just keep talking about them, like Inception, or, you know, The Godfather, or just certain films. There's certain pieces of media, certain pieces of art out there that invoke discussion, you know, and I think this is one of those. You know what? It doesn't feel too satisfying to shoot these guys right now, you know. Catch you all on another stream. Peace out. Yo, big up for coming through, Mac. Enjoy the rest of the game. Well, hopefully enjoy the rest of the game. If not, then that's cool too. But But yeah, man, once you get it completed, we got some things to talk about. We got some things. We got some things. Ooh.
Area's clear. Move on. Good work, Eddie.
I noticed in the briefing Dr. Halsey lost her left arm. How did that happen?
Ooh.
I reckon it wasn't an argument, or he'd have cut off her head instead of her arm.
But Sweets, how you getting on with The Last of Us? Have you completed it yet? I don't think this is the way to go, you know. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to go. Oh wait, here we go.
Doors sealed tight.
Security station. Must be in lockdown.
Any way to lift it? The Artemis can analyze computer systems. Might be a way to override this door.
This Artemis thing one of your old Oni toys?
Similar. I convinced Commander Palmer to outfit it.
Exits this.
Analyze. Looks like there's an override switch near the top of the room.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, finished it. Late one night. Oh, nice. All right. We might need to get into just a little bit of a spoiler discussion. So if there's anybody watching that doesn't want any spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2, don't look at the chat. Just don't look at the chat. But what did you think of the ending? Nice. I think I'm supposed to jump up here, right? Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Because the ending seems to have has quite a few divisions, quite divided quite a lot of people. Divided the people. That's what I'm trying to say. Some people think it's great. Some people absolutely hated it. And for myself, I could understand why people might not necessarily be completely satisfied with the ending. I do feel hate's maybe a bit strong though. But I can see why people might not be necessarily satisfied with it. That being said, personally, I thought it was a great way to end it. I thought it was a fantastic way to end it. But, yeah, what did you think?
Rocket sighted.
I think we're going this way. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Retrieve Dr. Halsey. Alright. I liked it. The running theme of the game, in my opinion, it is punishment for revenge. It's like everyone who goes for revenge gets punished. Ellie went for revenge one last time and got punished again. Yo, what up, Sang?
Our destination is on the other side of this battle.
Sang with me. Sang with me.
Watch out for the Kraken.
Sang for the man, sang for the man. Big up Sang Wagwan. Not Terry indeed, yeah, man. It's like, what's going on with Terry Crews, man? Ugh. Dude. Terry Crews needs to get someone to write his tweets for him. That's what needs to happen. I feel like Terry Crews, I feel like he has like, I feel like in his mind, Terry Crews is like, wow, I got like a really cool idea. and I'm gonna put this out, but then maybe what you should do is have somebody else like proofread it, you know, have somebody else be like, yeah, let's check what you're about to say and make sure like you actually get the message that you want to say across, because what you're saying isn't strictly speaking wrong. It's just, dude, like that was so tone deaf, so haphazard, completely unnecessary, and it's like, yo, man, this is why actors don't usually write their scripts. That's exactly why most actors don't write their scripts, you know, because that's why you have writers. That's why you have script editors. That's what Terry Crews needs right now, is a script editor for his tweets. I thought she would have been killed by how people kept hating on it. Yeah, I mean, oh, by the way, Sing, have you played The Last of Us Part 2? Because I won't say too much if you haven't played it and you're planning on playing it, because I think you said you were planning on playing it at some point, actually. So I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but we were just talking about The Last of Us Part 2 before you came, so I want to be careful I don't spoil anything for anybody in the chat. But yeah, the ending, I mean, I really like the ending. I felt like, I mean, I could appreciate not everybody's gonna like it, is what it is, right? But for me, it was kind of like a very poetic way of ending it, you know, because there's a lot learnt along that journey, and I think had they gone with an ending that a lot of people wanted, I mean, yeah, it could have been cool still, but I haven't played it until I do plan on playing it though. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut back on, but that's so good, so good. I'm trying to avoid spoilers, avoid giving out spoilers, but we're just talking about the ending for a little bit. But yeah, I just feel like had they, without giving any spoilers out, I feel like had they gone with the ending that a lot of people wanted, my personal feelings, that it still could have been a cool ending, but this one I felt was just a bit more poetic, and for me I felt it made a lot more sense. I already know a lot already, so honestly the spoilers are whatever at this point. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The guns feel a bit weird in this version of Halo though. They don't feel like, they feel like more like toy guns. Like, it honestly feels like I'm shooting toy guns. Like the way they sound, the way they hit. It's like we're play fighting. I mean, we are play fighting. We are actually play fighting right now. That is exactly what we're doing. But yeah, it feels a bit different to your typical Halo game. But hey, change can be a good thing. I wouldn't have agreed with that ending. It would have left a very bad taste in my mouth and no lesson learned. Alright, so you would have agreed with that ending. It would have left very bad taste and no lesson learned. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. So like, had they gone with the one that people wanted, I feel like, yeah, it still could have been cool in terms of like visually, it could have been cool. But yeah, like, what is really the takeaway? What's the lesson learned? You know, that's the thing. It's like, what, and especially when you consider that the whole thing started, the whole reason for this game's existence is because of what was set in motion by, effectively what was set in motion by Joel, you know, and if it's just like, well, you did that, so now we're going to do this to you, and then okay, and then what? Lev does this to you, and then it's just an endless cycle in the end. It's just an endless cycle. So yeah, I swear the bullets run out quicker in this game. shit, I need a new weapon. Halo 5 made me quit Halo. I played. Okay, well, I guess maybe not all change is good then, because yeah, this is the last Halo. Oh, snap! This is the last Halo game until Halo 6. Oh, we're getting shot. No, I meant that. If Ellie did that, I wouldn't have wanted. Okay, right. You know, it's hard to say. Right? Yeah. Okay. I'm not thinking what you mean. I think what you mean. I think we're in agreement. Actually, it's just difficult to say when you're trying not to give too many spoilers. I know. I know. Sing said you're not too bothered, but even still, I'm still trying to be like, not too many right now. Not too many right now. But yeah, I think we're in agreement, sweet. But yeah, it's the oh, did I bark from what I can chew? I think I did, you know. Yeah, it's revenge after revenge. For what? I learned that from Walking Dead games. But you know, like I said, I do appreciate why some people want the ending, because I think it's a type of ending that we're more used to as gamers. Appreciate keeping it down low. So good. This is what we do, man. We look out for one another. We've learned our lessons from playing The Last of Us Part 2. So that's just how we implement those lessons into the world. By being a bit more considerate to others. But yeah, I think the ending that a lot of people wanted was the ending that a lot of gamers are a bit more used to having. So I get it, you know, I understand that desire, but my thing is that I don't know. There's an old saying actually. It's a quote by Henry Ford, and well, supposedly a quote by Henry Ford. Of course, I wasn't around at the time of Henry Ford's life, so I don't know for sure. But it's supposedly, either way, whoever said this is something I agree with. Anyway, the quote goes, "Had I asked my customers what they wanted, they would have said faster horses." And that resonates with me a lot because, I mean, I like to consider myself to be creative. Whether I'm good at it or not, I let you guys decide that. But I do like to consider myself to be a creator. I certainly feel that I'm passionate about art and creativity. And when it comes to like the big budget movies and video games, I totally understand that there is a business side to it as well. And as such, if you're going to spend 100 million or whatever these things cost to make now, you know, the business side is that you want to make your money back. I get that. I totally get that. And that means in some ways pandering to what people want. The problem is that people aren't creatives. You know, by and large, most as consumers, we're not creatives. You know, and what that means is that we might know what we want based on what we've already seen, based on what we've already experienced. But as a creative, it's your job to not think about what's already in existence, but to create what hasn't happened. And what they did in The Last of Us Part 2, I think, to be fair, you've seen in movies and books and stuff like that. But to my knowledge, at least, to my mind at least, I don't think you've seen that sort of thing in a video game. So it is something different to at least this medium. And that's what I like to see more of, even if it doesn't always work, because let's be real, just because something's different and new doesn't mean it's always going to be a great thing, right? But that's what I like to see more of. I like to see people taking these kind of risks and doing things that aren't conventional, that do challenge our ideas of how things should end or how things should play out, you know. And especially when we all like to say, because you hear this all the time, games are arts, games are arts, games are art. People say that, but I wonder if people who say that really appreciate what that means. As art forms, you try to invoke various emotions in a person, and games do that by their sound design, by their visuals, by their gameplay, and by their story, and other things that come into play as well, depending on what type of game it is. But when you have a game like, say, The Last of Us, which is to be fair, mostly story driven, but it is also, you know, putting you into the action as well. I feel like it's not just about, yeah, wicked cool, but also what are you getting from this from a philosophical standpoint, you know. So yeah, I really appreciate what Naughty Dog did with The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. And I get not everybody's is not going to gel with everybody, but for me, I feel like I want to see this type of thing pushing things forward, pushing boundaries, challenging what we already know, challenging what we've, you know, come to appreciate and what we've come to say know and love and what we've gotten used to. Because the more we do that, the more we push things forward. You know, art stays stagnant if you just do what people want. If you look at like EA games, you know, EA just do the same FIFA, Madden games or whatever every year, and what only thing that changes is like the roster and the graphics. You know, it's that when you do. And in fact, another example is what they did with Hitman. I don't know about the next one coming out, Hitman 3, but one of the Hitman games from I think maybe a few years ago, it was pretty much based entirely on user feedback. And all it was is the same game that people have been playing over and over again. It's like consumers aren't creatives. It's the creators' job to be creative, not the consumer's job to tell the creatives what they want to see. You know, and that's why I really feel like when you see people doing these reviews saying, oh, you should have done this, and this is how you tell a story, and this is how you end the game, and this is how you do. It's like, no, that's not your job. You know what I mean? That's not your place to tell the creatives how to create or how to tell stories. It's their job to tell the stories, and it's up to you to decide whether it resonates with you or not. But you never get to be like, you have to do it this way. You know, you see that kind of thing so much over the years in various forms, you know, but then it's always like games or art that comes up. But then it seems like as much as people say that, people don't appreciate what that means. I believe games are art, and I believe that what that means is that you need to allow space for the developers to create stories that you might not even realize you wanted to hear or needed to hear or even thought about. But that's what challenges our minds, challenges our perception on the world. So yeah. My long-winded way of saying I really appreciate Naughty Dog for doing what they did. I really appreciate Naughty Dog for doing what they did, and my long-winded way of saying that. But yeah, art needs to challenge us, in my opinion. Well, it doesn't need to, but I'm glad that I appreciate when it does. It doesn't have to. Of course, art could be a lot of things, but I really appreciate when it does challenge people.
Oh, that's all right.
I appreciate it a lot. Yes, Vernon said creators will create, and these art creations can be interpreted and resonated differently from person to person. Absolutely, you know, and it's fine if if a game doesn't resonate with you or you don't like it for whatever reason. You know, that's not a problem, because at the end of the day, not everything is for everybody. You know, that's just the reality of it. You know, that's one of the things that irks me when you see stuff like about, oh, you can't have. Or when people get mad that you have like certain types of characters in a game, or they have like, you know, whether it's a gay character or whatever it is, and it's all this thing about, you know, social justice and this and the other. And look, I'll tell you that I am never in favor of anybody forcing any kind of diversity or whatever into somebody else's art. Like, I'm not in favor of that. But when it is the developer's choice to have whatever types of characters they want in that game, then absolutely I'll support that. Absolutely. And if that's not something that a person's happy with, it's like, then you just have to accept this game is not made for you, and that's fine. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there who just are so entitled with their approach to certain things. Like, just because you liked the first game, that doesn't mean that Naughty Dog have to do what you want in regards to this game. Naughty Dog do not owe you any kind of story or any kind of outcome. You know, it's their job to tell the stories that they feel they want to tell. You decide whether you like it or not, but you don't get to tell them what they can and cannot do. But I remember like a while back when what was it? The Witcher 3 got released, and people were mad that there were no black people in the game. Like they were being called racist and stuff like that. And my position was just, look, if that's the story they want to tell, so be it. You know, so be it. But it's the same people who, or maybe some of the same people, I should say, maybe not all, but some of the same people who were all happy that was it CD Projekt Red didn't have any non-whites in their game, that, you know, talking about, oh yeah, same people back then talking about, oh yeah, it's their choice, they can do what they want, they can do what they want. Some of the same people mad that Naughty Dog are taking the approach that they did what they want and put a gay person in the game or put a trans person in the game. We got in trouble here. But for me, it's like, look, if you're gonna support developer creativity and developer freedom, then you got to go all out, and not just when it suits you or when they do the things that you want them to do. Because I saw just about every kind of dumb argument under the sun, you know, about some of the characters in The Last of Us. Like Abby in particular. Abby got so much hate. And nearly every person who hated it was saying the same thing. Oh, she just came out of nowhere. She just came out of nowhere. And I don't think people realize how dumb an argument that is. Like, it's seriously a dumb argument. Like, of course she came out of nowhere. Like, when have you ever had a sequel with new characters and that didn't come out of nowhere? It's like, that's how that works. You know, that's how that goes. Like, they get introduced. You don't know them in the beginning. You go through the game and then you get to know them. But to say, oh, I didn't like this character because she came out of nowhere, that is absolutely dumb. But so many people I see like touting that as the reason why they hated Abby, when the real reason they hated Abby is because she's not a typical female. Let's be honest. She doesn't have that typical, you know, look of what you put in, like what female characters typically have, with like the big boobs and the slim, you know. They went with a different design, and that's what people are mad at. They're just trying to act like it's something else. Of course she came out of nowhere. Joel came out of nowhere in the first game. Ellie came out of nowhere in the first game. It's like, that's how that works. They introduce a character, you don't know them, you play the game and then you know them. Oh, but she came out of nowhere. It's like, come on, man. At least have a better argument than that. Like, dude. Do white people live and thrive in Wakanda? No, it's how you build character and passion in your story, even if it means race. Right, exactly. It's like, if you're telling, whatever story you decide to tell is going to involve whatever characters you feel best tell that story. And sometimes it's going to be all white characters, sometimes it's going to be all black characters, sometimes it's going to be a mix, you know. But to anybody who's like, oh, you must do this and you must have this, no, you don't get to tell them what type of stories they want to tell. They can tell whatever type of stories they feel they need to. You either play it or you don't. That's what it really comes down to. You might like it, you might not, but you don't get to tell them what they can do. Exactly. Most games don't have their sequels completely planned from the first game. I mean, same for anything. Frieza came out of nowhere, right? You know. And even when you do plan sequels out, like, you know, you look at something like Star Wars, where they had a basic plan of, you know, what they wanted to do overall. Even they still had characters that were new and came out of nowhere, right? I saw one guy, and he's a cool guy, to be fair, like, he really is, but he did come up with some dumb arguments as well, has to be said. And he said one where he replied to Laura Bailey, who voiced Abby in the game, he replied to her. She posted a tweet. She was like lifting some weights, saying, "Yeah, this is me training. For Abby." She was like like deadlifting some weights, and he replied to that saying, "If only they had your character look like the actress, that would have been better because Ellie looks like the actress that played her." That was what he said. Now here's the thing to that. One, Ellie does not look like Ashley. I can't even say her name right now. Ellie does not look like Ashley Johnson. Like, real talk, they do not look the same at all. But even if they did, so what? Like most characters in like voice work and video games, TV, animation, most characters don't look like the actors that play them. Like, that's just how it is normally. So to say that if only she looks like more like the character, it'd have been better, is like, why exactly? Like, what difference would that have made? Honestly, what difference would that have made to the game? Her looks do not affect the game or the story. Not in any real way, at least. So how would it have been better? What significantly changes? If they decide that they want to have their character buff and muscular, hey, why not? There are people who do that. There are women who work out like that and get buff like that. Why not have a story that involves a woman that did that woman that worked out hard? What is the problem? Why does everybody have to fit this very narrow view of what a person could look like for you to like it? Especially when you look at the whole come out of nowhere thing, it's like, that's the first time I've ever heard that used as a reason to not like a character. And I'm like, yo, are these people, have you not played like Resident Evil or something? Like, you know what? I like Abby. I like Abby. Abby was one of my favorite characters, maybe my favorite character. But I liked Abby a lot. She was I thought the character was very well written. Her backstory, her motivations, her beliefs, that all came through. And I thought there was similarities to Ellie's character, but also very different in their approaches as well. So yeah, I really liked Abby. I really liked Abby a lot. I saw one theory that said that they think that if they do a Last of Us 3, it's likely to focus more on Abby's character. Now, of course, that's nothing confirmed, and they're just speculating, but I wouldn't be mad at that. If they did that, if they made a Last of Us 3 and it focused more heavily on Abby's character, wouldn't be mad at it. Yo, Zik Zero, Wagwan, big up for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to the village, y'all. We have fun and games. I try to stream regular. I would say I try to stream most days, but I don't stream every day because things happen. But I say I try to stream most days for at least a couple of hours, round about this time. So that's my pseudo schedule. Most days, round about this time for at least 2 to 3 hours. So not a full-on hardcore schedule, but that's my sort of pseudo schedule. Most days, round about this time, 2 to 3 hours. So yeah, hopefully see y'all on the next one, whenever that may be. I would pre-order that shit. Hell yeah. And you know what? Without giving away too much, because still conscious about not spoilers and stuff, but I do think that if they made a third game and it focused more on Abby's character, then I feel like it kind of makes sense, considering how it all went down. It would be a kind of a logical step, but we'll see, or not. Look at the last Naughty Dog introduced a major character out of nowhere. Sam Drake, thought to be dead brother of Nathan Drake, big, fit older brother, and voiced by Troy Baker. Everyone liked him despite being out of nowhere. Right, exactly. That wasn't a problem then. People are just full of shizzle, man. I swear down. And I never like to be one of these people who say stuff like, well, if you don't like the game, that means you hate trans people. It means you hate you may say gay people. I don't like to be one of those guys because really it's a bit. I don't think that's true either. I think there's people who generally just didn't like the game because it just didn't resonate with them, and that's fine. It is what it is. But it's just that when you do see people say I didn't like the game and they give these bullshit reasons, I am thinking to myself, come on now, be honest. be honest. Yeah, just be honest. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Be honest. Just be honest. Just dispense with the nonsense bullshitteries. Just tell me the truth of why you didn't like the character or why you didn't like the game. Just be honest. Because that doesn't sound like a really good reason to me. If I'm, that doesn't sound like a reason to not like something. Every Final Fantasy game, or pretty much nearly every Final Fantasy game, has a whole bunch of new characters. Nobody complains. When they dropped Resident Evil 2, 2 new characters, none of the old characters. Nobody complained. Be right back. Alright, cool. Sing a bit, sing. Sing with me. Ooh, headshot. Ooh, slice and dice him. Oh, these guys aren't playing. Took you long enough? Okay. No, thank you and nothing. Just like, took you long enough. Should leave it behind. Yo, Anino, Wagwan. Damn, no casualties either. How you doing, Anino? I ain't seen an Amino. How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining the live stream. Can't complain too much. I just had a nap and dinner. Ooh, that sounds nice. You know how refreshed you feel when you have a nap, when you just wake up and you're like, oof. Oof, yeah. Just feel like you take on the world after that, man. Let's glad to Captain Halsey, though. Time to put on this sweaty old helmet, I guess. Or is it? Master Chippers. But how you doing, Eno Gaming? We're just talking a little bit about The Last of Us Part 2. No spoilers, but have you played The Last of Us Part 2? Haven't played it or the first one. Ooh. Well, recommended. Definitely recommended. In my view. Both of those games. The first one is incredible. The second one is incredible. So yeah, that's my mini review. They're worth playing. You could probably get the first one real cheap by now, I'd imagine, actually. So yeah, now's a good time to do it. They are on PS4. The first one was originally on PS3, but it was re-released on PS4. And the second one just came out last week or a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, they are both on the PlayStation 4 exclusives.
We clear the Covenant and return this station to Oni.
But yeah, the first one, I actually bought that game twice. I bought it originally on the PS3, and then I bought it again as the remastered edition, I think it was, on the PS4. Or whatever it was, like, yeah. But yeah, I play that game bare times, man. Oh, we're going somewhere down there. Okay, got a PS4 last year and hardly play it. Oh, this is definitely something to get on it then. But yeah, definitely. I say if you could pick up the first one, because you could probably get it real cheap by now. Play that. The second one only just got released, so it's still at full price. But yeah, definitely I say try the first one, get it from some cheap place selling it. Try that out, see what you think of it, and when you decide you think it's amazing, yeah, check out the second one. Oof.
I'm down. Need an assist.
Ooh. But user. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, damn.
I'm down. Give me a hand.
Oh. Oof. That was close, man. Damn.
I'm up.
Yeah, we can't have everybody going out at once, though. Everything just sounds so weird and different in this game. Actually, I don't want that. Don't want that at all. Oh. But yeah, boy. Terry Crews got himself in trouble. J.K. Rowling got herself in trouble. Everybody getting himself in trouble. Yeah, they really double and triple down. Yeah. Ego, man. Sometimes it's just ego. Sometimes you need to look. Sometimes you need to recognize when your ego is taken over, and when you need to kind of take a breath and be like, yeah. Just let the ego slide out.
It's got a complete set of keys for the station. You should be able to pull down alternating schematics and find a path to central control.
You're the one who's lost contact with life.
Oh, I just paused it. There we go. There we go.
Access the data banks. Grab the data and current population map.
Should be a straight shot to central control. You're still prowlers in the hangar base. Nobody from Oni got out of here alive, did they?
No.
Let's go.
Halo 5. I've got to get through Halo 5 before. When's Halo 6 coming? I think Halo 6 is due out in November. But I believe that's coming in for the Xbox Series X rather than the Xbox, what I've got. And I've already had this console for... Like, I got this console last year. So by November, it'd be maybe not even a year. It'd be like 11 months. So I think I got this December last year. I don't want to be buying a new console 11 months later, to be honest with you. Like, I'm going to try and stretch this thing out for as long as possible. Or I might just sell it, we'll see. I don't know.
Central control straight across this bay.
Everything's hooked up. They must be stripping that experimental ship for parts.
Scavengers. Taking what supplies they can find. Covenant's war against the Arbiters. Nothing going on.
Julian Dama is a lot of things. He's no prophet.
Oh, and by the way, I have almost finished. Well, I pretty much finished writing the
Let's charge through.
the Fantastic Four video. So why is Fantastic Four trash? Look out for that video. It's written up, kind of tweaked it a little bit.
Let's go, team.
Okay, that doesn't seem to be what I can burst through. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I pretty much finished the writing. Just need to get it recorded now, and then yeah, go from there and edit it up and all that kind of stuff. But ooh, I probably shouldn't run out so much, you know. We'll get shot. Getting mad shot. swear my grenade just didn't explode. That grenade did not explode. Raw. Oof. I've got a team now, but I reckon there's a part of this game where I'm going to be on my own. Ooh. Alright, there's some ammo around here, so there's there. Oh, maybe not any ammo that I want. Area is clear. I need to get closer though. Oh, shizzle. Oh, okay. No bad. No, sorry. Sorry. How are you today, man? Oh, I am doing great. Let me get this real quick. Yeah, I'm doing great. I just spent the day. I did some recording, shot a new video today, so that's up on the channel, up on the YouTube and the Instagram. I did some tweaking for a video that I have planned about the Fantastic Four. If you remember the Fantastic Four movie from 2015, the one that everybody hated. Well, I've got a video talking about that. So just written it up and just need to record it and then edit it. But yeah, pretty productive day. I'm gonna stream it right now for the next maybe 30-ish minutes, give or take, and then guts to do some cab work. But yes, so far so good. How are you today? Sing with me. Ooh. Jeez, I haven't thought about that movie in a while. Well, probably for probably a good reason for that. It wasn't exactly a good movie. But the video I've got planned is talking about why it's not a good movie. And, well, we'll see what we have to say about it. Nothing new, video games, job search, walk the dog. Well, that sounds like a pretty good day. How's job search going? Oh, you're gonna make me start all over again, though. All the way from here, you know. Taking a piss, blood. At least give me a better checkpoint. Or it's just gonna be like every Halo game where it's just like inconsistent checkpoints. You can do bare work and it's like, yo. Oof. Oh. Oof. Hold to ground pound. Okay. I don't know if that was such a great idea, to be honest. It's not right here. Oh, oh. Aye.
System locked. Back in it.
Okay. I guess it's because you can get revived, it's maybe not as bad. Oh. But still. Hey, this needler seems a bit lame. Oh, ammo, fam, ammo. Running out bare quick, you know. Oosh, 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 oosh. Okay. Oh, ooh. Who's that? Who's that? Oof, all right. Give me a checkpoint, yeah? I think I'm not sure if it did or not. I didn't see.
Central control is through those doors.
Ross. Hunters always traveling twos. Well, previously they have. I guess I don't have a team right now. This is where I'm on my own, isn't it? I'm on my own right now, and I'm gonna be yeah.
7 to blue team. Report. Sierra 117. Does anyone copy?
Excuse me. Oof. Oh, Moss Chief seeing things, huh? When was the last time Master Chief showered, though? Because, like, he seems to just have this suit on all the time. I mean, that's not true. I think they did a few times take it off. So, yeah, okay, maybe he has showered at least once. I think maybe at the end of 4, he probably showered at some point between 4 and 5. I'm pretty sure between 1 and 2 he didn't shower though. Also between 2 and 3 he didn't shower. You know, I don't think, maybe between 1 and 2, but I don't think between 2 and 3 he showered. And between 3 and 4, I don't, yeah, because he was in cryostasis between 3 and 4, so no, he definitely didn't shower. Master Chief seeing ghosts, you know. Robot ghosts at that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, it was all in his head.
She's on Meridian. Cortana.
Okay.
That's not possible.
You said she was gone.
I watched her die. We have a mission to focus on. We'll talk about this later. Lights on. Frederick, get us back on course for central control.
Bringing up schematics. There's an elevator we can use. It accesses from the level's gantry.
Mark the path.
Oh, it's one of these ones where everything's just bare dark, innit? Alright. Not even the way that I'm going, you know. Okay, at least have the decency to be on my way, instead of making me detour or whatever.
Get moving.
I'm not sure if I can punch in this game. I'm not sure I can punch, like... Oh. I swear these grunts take more damage each and every time.
Chief, what did Cortana say to you?
Not enough. Something about Meridian.
Meridian's at Backwater. If she's active, what's she doing so far out on the frontier?
Dark tunnels. Ooh. Not sure I like the sound of that.
Hunters. They're keeping pace with us.
And this darkness as well, you know. Now we've got hunters to deal with. Oof.
I'm down. Assisting. I'm up.
Oh,
Take this
that's
position.
what I want. Keeping the wrong damn thing.
Got a lot of ground left to cover. We should keep moving down.
Oh, jeez, come on. Okay. They just have to be walking past the door as I was coming to the door. Alright. Oh, shit. Okay, got him.
Reach level 3. One more level down to the elevator to central control.
I'm not sure if it's this way or that way, but oh well. Gonna be one of these ways. Guess it's this way. I guess we go in this way.
Outnumbered here, Chief. 3,000 to 1.
Surrendering Argent alone is not an option.
Neither is fighting half the Covenant in close quarters.
Then forget about reaching central control. Plan changes to asset denial. We scuttle the
Yo, Professor! Wagwan, Professor, how you doing?
We overload the reactor at evac. Ship explodes, destroying any ships nearby.
The reactor is below the lab just ahead. We
How's your day going? How's your day been?
marking the access panel.
Scuttle the station. Appreciate you joining the live stream. How's your playthrough of The Last of Us Part 2 going?
There's chatter about Joel M. Dahl on Covenant comms. The new arrivals say he's dead.
Somebody cut the head off the Covenant. They're strong. Use the laboratory to log them out of it.
Weapons free.
Whoosh. It's going good. More of Last of Us 2 positivity rants, please. Oof. I just had a rant actually, maybe about probably close to an hour ago now actually. So yeah, you missed that, but I'll see if I could find that bit and maybe make a video out of it. So you could check that out then.
Blue team, on my target.
But yeah, man. Oh boy.
I need a hand.
Oh, you know what? This level might take some doing actually. But yeah, man, let me pause this for a sec. Yeah, just had a little rant. Talked about, what did I talk about? I don't even remember. You know, it was I did write that at the time though. So yeah, it was games as art. Because the whole thing about games as art, I think that's true, and I hear a lot of people say that. But the more I hear people say it, I feel like a lot of the people who say games are art don't fully appreciate what that means. You know, and I just was talking about just how, you know, some years ago when the Witcher 3 was released and there was no black people in the game, and how all these people were calling them racist for not having black people in. My position was, look, they can make whatever, any kind of game they want. That's up to them. That's their choice. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, developer choice. But then when it comes to The Last of Us and they're choosing to have, you know, gay characters or whatever, and it's like, oh no, you can't have that. And it's just like, well, look, if you're for developer choice, then this is okay, or at least you have to accept that. I mean, obviously you have to like it, but at the same time, it's more like, look, you have to accept that is their choice to make. Nobody's forcing them to put the characters in there. They wanted to put those characters there. So what's the problem? You know? But it's a lot of the same people be like, oh yeah, developer choice. But when developer chooses to make characters that they don't like, it's, oh no, you can't do that, and that's forcing it down our throats and that kind of nonsense. And like, oh, shut up, man. Shut up, man. Ain't nobody forcing nothing down nobody's throat. But yeah, I'd have to look for that mark or a video and maybe put it on YouTube or something. I might need to edit it though. I probably ummed and ahed quite a lot throughout that video, but we'll see. But yeah, it's just a lot of hypocrisy, I think, you know, when it comes to it. And I feel like there are a lot of entitled gamers out there. I think that's just the truth. There are a lot of entitled gamers out there, and it's a shame to say it, because I don't like to be one of these guys who say things like, yeah, the only reason you don't like it is because a person is gay or person's trans, you know, because I think there are people out there who genuinely just who didn't resonate with the game, that didn't like it, and that's fine, you know, it's not everything for everyone. But at the same time, when you see people coming up with just the most nonsensical arguments as to why a game is trash, and then especially when those same people haven't even played the game, you know, or they maybe only played parts of the game, or they played it on easy mode, and you're like, nah, come on, man. I'm sorry, but listen, if you're gonna review a game that you played on easy mode, then be very clear that you played it on easy mode. You know what I mean? Don't think like you can give an actual review of the game if you only played it on easy mode. You can only review easy mode. That review is only useful for people who play on easy mode. You know what I mean? Like, that's not review. You can't give that opinion and have that. I think that's going to be valid to anybody who plays on normal or higher. If you played it on easy, then your experience of the game is only relevant to other people who play on easy. That's not a bad thing. It just is what it is, you know. But if you played it on easy mode, then yeah, don't try to act like you play the game on the regular No, come on, man. My review in easy mode. Put it in the beginning of the review. I play this game on easy mode, and this is what my opinion is based on, and it's cool. Because there's a thing, there are people who play on easy, and that's fine. Like, because at the end of the day, it's like not everybody has time, not everybody gets to play games, and sometimes you just want to get through it. So I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. But in all honesty, I do feel like if you played it on easy, then you need to say that, because your review is only really useful to people who play on easy. If you're gonna play a game on easy and then talk about the experience wasn't all that great, or it felt like there wasn't much, it didn't feel as intense to you and all that kind of stuff, and then somebody plays a game on normal or say one of the high difficulties, and you're like, yo, this is actually, you know, it's a different experience. So yeah, if you play on easy, as long as you're saying I play this on easy, then your review is useful, but just it's useful to people who played it on easy. And if you didn't play the game at all, then your review is not useful to anybody. Like, why are these people giving out their opinions on a game that they haven't played? There's so many of them. Well, maybe not so many, but there's at least a few that I came across. they haven't even played the game and they're giving their opinion on it. Oh, shut up, man. And what's really frustrating, actually, and this is more as a content creator, I find this frustrating, that these people who haven't played the game and given their opinion on it are getting tens of thousands of views for their videos, like 60,000+ views on a video per video, and they've done like maybe like 5-6 videos, 20 minutes, 30 minutes each, and they're getting 50, 60, 70,000 views on their videos, and they haven't played the game. And I'm like, yo, I played the game. I actually played the game. What, I think my videos right now is 93, something around 93 views right now. I'm like, and don't get me wrong, that's a lot for me. Yeah, real talk, the 93 is a lot for me. Most of my videos don't get that far, but it's just like, yo, people who haven't played the game and are giving out their unfounded opinions on it on some 20+ minute video, unedited. One guy I saw, he's not even looking at the camera throughout the whole video. He's literally looking somewhere else throughout the whole video. Why is this on camera? You can do that as a voiceover. He's not looking at the camera. It's a near 20-minute video, unedited, hasn't played the game, and it's like 60, 70,000. I'm like, why? What is wrong with this world? What is wrong with the world? Oh man, but that's on me. I mean, that's for me to get over. I get that. I totally understand. That is just something for me to get over. But it's like, yo, a guy who doesn't look at the camera, doesn't even pay attention to his own audience, puts out a near 20-minute video, unedited, ums and ahs and pauses for a lot of it. So that video could have been cut down to maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes. You know, it could have been cut down. He repeats himself a few times as well. That video could have been cut down. He didn't even play the game, and it's like 60,000 views. Everybody loves it. That's life, man. That's life. That's life. I don't have time to play it on hard. I played Hitman on professional by accident. How far did you get with that? Because I didn't have enough time to change the settings. Well, just gotta go through it. 99.9999999% of YouTube reviewers don't play any games and review them and complain about Rotten Tomatoes. You know, I reckon that's probably true. I sometimes make comedy fake reviews. I got pretty far in Hitman 2. Ah, nice one. Hitman 2, I can't remember. I think I just played it on normal. I might have tried one of the high difficulties, but I don't think I got very far in it. I think I might have tried professional or one of the high difficulties on it, but I remember not getting very far though. But I know I beat the game on normal, I believe. But yeah.
Like you lost another one.
All right. I'll be right here, man. Professional is not. Oh, okay. So what's the highest difficulty called then? Because that's professional sounds like what you call one of the high difficulty settings. It was a long time ago I played Hitman 2. I mean, Hitman 2 I probably played more than 10 years ago at this point. So yeah, I don't remember all the settings, but I'm pretty sure I played on this, whatever the normal difficulty was. If that was professional, I guess I did that. I forgot I only played it on. Oh my lord, that was rude. Oh no, come on, man. It's not rude. It's all good. It's all good. I only played it on Xbox Live Gold when it was free. I didn't have enough time to beat it. That's how it goes sometimes. Plenty of games I've played that I haven't got to the end of. a long list of games on my Steam account I haven't even downloaded yet. So it's the life of a gamer in the modern world. You have games that you haven't beaten, games that you haven't played, but they just sit in your collection. While you have a whole bunch of games that you haven't even played, and then like you're looking at your thing like, man, I got nothing to play. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. I might like to do something with my Steam collection one of these days. Like try and get through some of these fake games that I haven't played, and maybe talk about some of the crap that I've bought or gotten free over the years. And we'll see, man. We'll see. You're not real gamers. You don't play games. Well, at least some of them you don't play. At least. But hey. But guys, I'm gonna start wrapping up this stream now, y'all. I gotta do, that whole earn money thing, right? So yeah. But yeah, so my schedule, I would say, is right now most days round about this sort of time, from about between, let's say I aim to start between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. at GMT. That's my current aim for the live streams. So yeah, look out for that then. And most days, I don't know about every single day, but I try to do it most days for about at least 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes a bit longer, sometimes a bit shorter, but that's my current aim. Most days, round about between 9 and 10 p.m. GMT start time for about 2 to 3 hours. That's my current idea of schedule, and I want to try that out before I make that my official non-schedule type thing I try to stick to. But yeah, but that's going to be it for the minute. So guys, to all the talkers and the stalkers, to the stayers and the strayers, I appreciate you and all that you do. So thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. We had some fun. We always have fun. Till whenever, if ever. Peace out, y'all.
Try to breathe and sleep. Give it time to be free. Can I use it? Thought your time off for it, but now you're just a flip. To stop